There are 10 Shramanavra precepts and 250 Vishu precepts. The study of the precepts is the most important. Those who have left home absolutely must follow the precepts. If they do not, they are no different from lay people. Therefore, if you wish to realize the Buddha way, you must start out by holding the precepts. That is why in the Dharma Sutra, a great emphasis is placed upon the precepts. The precepts prohibit one from talking casually or in a confused manner, speaking in terms of right and wrong. You cannot, through your speech, cause living beings to become afflicted. It is said, guard your mouth, collect your thoughts, and with your body don't transgress. Don't cause trouble for any living thing. Stay far away from useless bitter practices. A cultivator like this can save the world. You should guard your mouth. How do I do that, you ask? Just don't confusedly prattle. Keep your mouth shut like a bottle. Don't talk all day, talking about the useful and talking about the useless. If you do that, you are not guarding your mouth. Collect your thoughts. If you collect your thoughts, then not only will you never say harmful things, but you will not even have evil thoughts within your mind. Your mind won't think about other people's rights and wrongs, and your mouth won't agitate about them. Your mind will not think about right and wrong. With your body, don't transgress. You cannot break the precepts with your body. Don't cause trouble for any living thing. You should not hinder any living being in the world. To say nothing of people, you shouldn't even cause trouble for an animal or an insect. Stay far away from useless bitter practices. Don't adopt bitter practices which are unbeneficial to you, to society, or to the world in general. A cultivator like this can save the world. One who cultivates like this can teach and transform living beings. Therefore, they keep and hold the precepts just as they would guard a precious jewel. Perhaps you have a precious pearl, or perhaps a night-light pearl, or a wind-proofing pearl, or a water-proofing pearl, or a fire-proofing pearl. If you have a wind-proofing pearl, you will not be bothered by windstorms. With the water-proofing pearl, the floods won't come, and with the fire-proofing pearl, then everyone in your neighborhood will be able to borrow its light, and their houses will not catch on fire. If you had such a precious gem, wouldn't you take special care of it? You would always protect that jewel. Holding the precepts is just like guarding such a precious gem, and so the text says, as if guarding brilliant pearls. Also seen were bodhisattvas within the white hair mark light emitted by the Buddha brightness of sun moon lamp. All the bodhisattvas were seen, a great many of them, practicing giving, patience, and so forth. They cultivated the 6 perfections. The previous verse spoke of the bhikshus practicing the perfection of morality. Now, the perfections of giving and patience are mentioned, and so forth refers to the remaining perfections, that is, dhyana samadhi, vigor, and prajna. All 6 are included. Giving is of 3 kinds: the giving of wealth, the giving of dharma, and the giving of fearlessness. If you have money, you may give money. If you understand the Buddha Dharma, you can give Buddha Dharma. If you help others, causing them to get rid of the fear in their hearts, that is called the giving of fearlessness. Patience is also of 3 kinds: patience with production, patience with dharmas, and patience with the non-production of dharmas, and so forth. All the perfections were practiced. Their number like the Ganges sands. How many bodhisattvas were there? practicing the 6 perfections and the 10,000 conducts. There were as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges River. They gave away their kingdoms, cities, wives, and children. Now, when I was lecturing this sutra 3 weeks ago, I said that someone had given his wife away, and there was a wife who asked me, if someone was able to give his wife away, wouldn't it be possible to give one's husband away? I told the questioner, you should go at this gradually, don't be so nervous. This problem is very difficult to solve, however, so I told her, if you want to give away your husband, you first have to find someone who wants to take him. If someone wants him, you can give him away. But if no one wants him, who are you going to give him to? To date, she hasn't found anyone to take him. In the future, if she finds someone, she can give him away. For now, she just have to wait. No doubt, from ancient times until the present day, this is the first person who has ever wanted to give away her husband. And just who is this person? I don't know either, but I thought I'd tell you about it anyway. So there were as many bodhisattvas as the grains of sand in the Ganges River, and they were illuminated by the Buddha's light. Because the light of the Buddha shone on them, all these states were visible. Seen too were bodhisattvas who, not just all the ones mentioned above, but again there were seen bodhisattvas who had deeply entered dhyana samadhi. What is meant by deeply entering? It means that with their full attention devoted to their work, they meditated throughout the 6 periods of the day and night. If you don't meditate throughout the 6 periods of the day and night, then you haven't deeply entered. Those who cultivate the way must do it with a true heart. Without a true heart, how can you expect to attain the way? You must offer up your true heart, and then not only can you attain the way, but you can become a Buddha. So bring forth your heart and make it solid, sincere, and constant. Your heart must be solid. You can't say, today I have a solid heart, but tomorrow I'm likely to change. When tomorrow comes and you have changed, you are not longer solid. A sincere heart means that you actually and responsibly do the work. Constant means that you must persevere. It's not just a matter of day and night, but at all times constantly you must be the same. Last summer, during the study and meditation session, many were very sincere in their study of the Buddha Dharma. They were sincere to the point that they even studied when it was time to sleep. The summer session was a very short period of time. You brought forth the heart to cultivate the way for that time, but you must cultivate and study the Buddha Dharma like that forever. That counts as being true. Deeply entering dhyana samadhi means to work hard at one's cultivation constantly, with bodies and minds still and unmoving. Still and unmoving means that they had entered samadhi, they didn't fret, thinking, my legs hurt, and then rearrange them, or my back aches, and then lean backwards against the wall. They didn't do anything like that because their bodies and minds were still and unmoving. They sought the way unsurpassed. They used determination and skill like this to seek the supreme path. Bodhisattvas too were seen who knew the mark of Dharma's still extinction. Also seen were very many bodhisattvas who understood the mark of the still extinction of Dharmas. The mark of still extinction is just the mark of Nirvana. Nirvana is just still extinction, and still extinction is just Nirvana. They knew the wonderful aspect of Nirvana. Each one within his Buddha land, each one of the Bodhisattvas within his own land. spoke Dharma, seeking the Buddha's path. They taught and proclaimed the Buddha Dharma. By speaking the Dharma, one increases one's blessings and wisdom, and they dedicated the merit and virtue thus accrued to the Buddha way. Sutra. Then the fourfold multitudes, seeing the Buddha's sun moon lamp, manifested great and powerful spiritual penetrations. In their heart all rejoiced, and inquired each of the other, what is the reason for these events? Commentary. Then the fourfold multitudes, at that time the bhikshus, bhikshunis, upasakas, and upasikas, seeing the Buddha's sun moon lamp, when they saw the Buddha brightness of sun moon lamp manifest great and powerful spiritual penetrations, reveal the strength of his majestic spiritual penetrations and wonderful functions. In their hearts all rejoiced. All their hearts were happy. This represents the portent of happiness, and inquired each of the other. Each of them had his own doubts, and so they asked each other, what is the reason for these events? Just what is this all about? What's happening? Sutra. The world honored one, revered by gods and humans, just then from Samadhi did arise, and embraced the Bodhisattva wondrous light. You act as eyes for the world, or return to you in faith. You are able reverently to hold the Dharma store. Dharma such as I do speak, you alone can certify to his understanding. The world honored one, having praised him and caused wondrous light to rejoice, then spoke the Sutra of the Dharma flower. Commentary. The honored one, revered by gods and humans, that is, the Buddha, just then from Samadhi did arise. He was very tranquil, very comfortable, and then he emerged from Samadhi. What Samadhi did he emerge from? The Samadhi of the station of limitless principles. Arise means that he came out of Samadhi and praised the Bodhisattva wondrous light. The Buddha, brightness of sun moon lamp, praised him, saying, You act as eyes for the world. You are the eyes of the people in the world. You are the once bright-eyed, learned advisor. You are the eyes for everyone, and everyone relies upon you, wondrous light, to be their eyes. Why? Only turn to you in faith you are. Everyone in the world finds refuge in you, pays respect to you, and has faith in you. They look up to you. And why? Able reverently to hold the Dharma store. It is because you can uphold the treasury of the Dharma, of the Buddha's Dharma, and cultivate according to the Dharma, propagate the Dharma, and teach and transform living beings according to the doctrines the Buddha taught in the Sutras. Dharma such as I do speak, the wonderful Dharma Lotus Flower Sutra, which I speak, you alone can certify to its understanding. Only you, Bodhisattva wondrous light, can understand and certify to this kind of wisdom and know of the wonderful points found within the sutra. The world-honored one, having praised him, the world-honored one, brightness of sun moon lamp, having thus praised the Bodhisattva wondrous light, and caused the wondrous light to rejoice, he caused the Bodhisattva wondrous light to become very happy. So you see, Bodhisattvas also like to be praised. So no matter who it is, take care not to speak ill of them. You should say things like, you are truly fine, your heart is good, and you're nice looking too. No matter how ugly they are, just don't blurt out things like, you're really ugly. If you do that, they detest you. Even though they are ugly, if you bring it up, they aren't going to like it. If you don't mention it, there won't be anything they can do. After all, they were born looking like that, and there's no place they can go to complain about it. But if you say, you're grotesque, they will most certainly get angry at you. Oh yeah? Why? I've got something to say about that. They sputter. They've got a belly full of temper and nowhere to put it. Since you say I'm ugly, you can just take that, buddy. And so the Buddha, brightness of sun moon lamp, praised the Bodhisattva wondrous light, and then spoke the Sutra of the Dharma flower. Sutra. For a full 60 minor aeons he did not rise up from his seat. The supreme and wondrous Dharma that he spoke, the Dharma Master wondrous light, was fully able to receive and hold. Commentary. For a full 60 minor aeons, the Buddha brightness sun moon lamp spoke the Dharma flower sutra for a full 60 small aeons, during which time he did not rise from his seat. He didn't get up from the Dharma seat for 60 small aeons while he spoke the sutra. The supreme and wondrous Dharma that he spoke, the most supreme, unsurpassed, deep, subtle, and fine Dharma, the Dharma Master wondrous light, was fully able to receive and hold. He understood all the doctrines in the sutra. He relied upon that Dharma to cultivate, accepted it, maintained it, and accordingly taught it to others. Sutra. The Buddha, having spoken the Dharma flower and caused the assembly to rejoice, later on that very day announced to the host of gods and humans, the meaning of the real mark of all dharmas has already been spoken for all of you, and now at midnight I shall enter into nirvana. You should single-heartedly advance with vigor and avoid laxness, for Buddhas are difficult indeed to meet, encountered but once in a million years. Commentary. The Bodhisattva Manjushri said, the Buddha, having spoken the Dharma flower, after the Buddha brightness of sun moon lamp had spoken the sutra and caused the assembly to rejoice, and caused those assembled to fill with the bliss of Dharma and gain unbounded happiness. Later on that very day, later means not long after that, very shortly after that, on that very same day. Which day? The day when he finished speaking the Dharma flower sutra. Announced to the host of gods and humans, he told those in the heavens and those among the humans as well as those of the entire eightfold division, the meaning of the real mark of all dharmas. All dharmas means every dharma, only 84,000 dharma doors which the Buddha taught. All dharmas, as I often say, can be interpreted to mean one single dharma. In this case, all dharmas, because if there are too many, one can't remember them clearly. It would be better for me to explain it as one kind of dharma. Then if you remember one kind of dharma, one is just the limitless. If you understand one kind of dharma, then you can hear one and understand 10. And you will be able to understand the other 84,000 dharma doors as well. Understanding one, all are understood. Clear about one, clear about all. If you can't understand that one dharma, how are you going to be able to understand a lot of them? Someone once asked me of the 84,000 Dharma doors taught by the Buddha, which is the most lofty? Which Dharma door is number one, which is most important? You could say this question is problematical. You could also say that it isn't. If you don't understand, it's problematical. If you understand the Dharma, then it's no problem. Then when he asked, I answered him in terms of his question and said, of the 84,000 Dharma doors, 84,000 are the most lofty. 84,000 are number one, and 84,000 are the most important. Why did I say that? Of the 84,000 Dharma doors, there is not one which is not for the purpose of covering the 84,000 sicknesses of living beings. You need only apply that one Dharma door which will effectively cure your sickness, and that Dharma door becomes number one, the most lofty and the most important. Why? Because it is useful to you. If it was of no use to you, suited for an illness other than the one you had, it would then become unimportant. It would not be number one. It would not be the most lofty Dharma door. Now, speaking in terms of the real mark of all Dharmas, what is it? The real mark of all Dharmas is the real marker of the number one Dharma, the real marker of that most lofty important Dharma. And what is the real mark? The real mark is no mark. There is no mark. If you have a mark, then it is not the real mark. The real mark is not marked, and yet there is nothing unmarked. All marks are born from the real mark. Although they are born from the real mark itself, in its basic substance, is without a mark, because in its basic substance it is unmarked. It is therefore able to give birth to all marks. If it had a mark, then it could not be considered the real mark, for it would be empty and false. The Vajra Sutra says, all with marks is empty and false. If you can see all marks as no marks, then you see the first come one. That is why we say that the real mark is unmarked, and yet there is nothing which is not marked by it. This means that all dharmas are just that dharma, so the word all can be considered as an auxiliary particle, not as meaning many. This way, only one dharma is referred to. Which one? The meaning of the real mark, the doctrine of the real mark. The Dharma Sutra speaks the Dharma door of the doctrine of the real mark. The meaning of the real marker of all dharmas has already been spoken for all of you. The Buddha brightness of Sun Moon Lamp said, now I have already spoken to you the doctrine of the real marker of all dharmas. I'm done speaking, and now at midnight I says the Buddha brightness of Sun Moon Lamp, referring to himself, now in the middle of the night shall enter into Nirvana. I have done what I had to do, and so I would assume the position of permanence, happiness, true self, and purity. I should enter Nirvana. Why did the Buddha enter Nirvana? There were many reasons. The most important reason was to prevent people from becoming dependent upon him. The Buddha could have postponed his entry into Nirvana indefinitely, except for the fact that his disciples followed him, studying the Buddha, the Dharma under him every day, and some of them might have become jaded. How? They might have gotten lazy, remiss, and thought it doesn't matter whether I cultivate or not, because I can be with the Buddha every day. For example, I now lecturing the sutras to you every day, and you can see your master here every day. You think, when the master lectures sutras, I take notes, but I don't have to study them now. I'll wait until I have more time and then read them again. You take notes, but you don't study them. You put them high on the shelf for safekeeping. However, after a time, you forgot all about them until the time comes when you've completely forgotten. However, in the human sphere, there is grief and joy, separation and reunion. If I, for special reasons, should have to leave all of you, at that time you may want to listen to the sutras, but you won't be able to. You will wish to study the Buddha Dharma, and you will then realize how difficult it is, and you will get out your own notes and review them, going over all the doctrines in the sutras which the Dharma Master had taught you in the past. If I had never left, you would never have looked at your notes. Shakyamuni Buddha spoke the Dharma for 49 years, and some of his disciples may have grown lax. This was not the case for Shakyamuni Buddha alone. Every single Buddha, when he sees that some of his disciples have become dependent upon him, will leave them and enter Nirvana. In this way, they don't become dependent upon him. It is a method for teaching living beings. Therefore, he charged them, saying, "You should single-heartedly advance with vigor." Just because he was afraid that they would get lazy, he exhorted them, saying, "You who cultivate the way, bhikshus, bhikshunis, upasakas, and upasikas, should concentrate single-mindedly and be vigorous. Don't be lax or don't be lazy. Cultivate the mind with a single thought. Don't strike up false thinking. Don't have a divided mind." That's what is meant by single-heartedly advancing with vigor. Be vigorous by day and vigorous by night. Day and night, always be vigorous. Cultivate and work hard. Hard work is cultivation, and cultivation is hard work. Be vigorous and single-hearted.